Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be going through orthopedics one-liners from the topic Pediatric Orthopedics. I have included all important points from this topic in this video. At the end I have included image-based questions that are frequently asked. So do watch the video till the end. Most common fracture seen in children: fracture clavicle. Most common cause of CTEV or congenital talipes equinovarus: idiopathic. Who devised the correction of CTEV by serial casting? Ignacio Ponseti, and that is why this is known as Ponseti's technique. World Clubfoot Day or CTEV Day is celebrated on 3rd June. Last deformity to be corrected by Ponseti's technique: equinus. And the four components of CTEV are: it is congenital, adduction, inversion, and equinus. And this can be remembered by the mnemonic CAVE. Ponseti's technique failure in children should be managed with posteromedial soft tissue release or PMSTR. Ideal age for PMSTR: 1 to 3 years. Splint used in CTEV: Dennis Brown splint. I have included an image of Dennis Brown splint at the end of this video. Triple arthrodesis involves calcaneocuboid, talonavicular, and talocalcaneal. Gene pathway involved in CTEV: PITX1, TBX4. Kite's angle diagnostic cutoff for CTEV: less than 25 degree. Characteristic triad of Klippel-Feil syndrome includes short neck, low hairline, and limited neck movement. These 3 points are included in the characteristic triad of Klippel-Feil syndrome. Another symptom of Klippel-Feil syndrome is elevated scapula, but that is not included in the triad of Klippel-Feil syndrome. Fairbank triangle is seen in congenital coxa vara. Most common fracture due to fall on outstretched hand in children: supracondylar fracture humerus. Perthes disease is defined as osteochondritis of femoral epiphysis. Milch classification is associated with lateral condyle humerus fracture. Gunstock deformity is associated with supracondylar fracture humerus. There is a characteristic image of gunstock deformity which I have included at the end of the video. Most common type of supracondylar fracture humerus: posterior medial extension type. Primary pathology in Paget's disease: osteoclasts. Most common carpal bone to undergo fracture: scaphoid. Most common site of scaphoid fracture: waist of scaphoid. And most common complication of scaphoid fracture is avascular necrosis. Most common site of clavicle fracture: junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. Most common fracture during delivery of newborn: fracture clavicle. Milwaukee brace is used in the treatment of scoliosis. Maximum weight for skin traction: 4 to 5 kg. Ideal site for harvesting bone graft: iliac crest. Primary pathology in congenital dysplasia of hip. Shallow acetabulum. Investigation of choice for developmental dysplasia of hip. Ultrasonography. Windswept deformity is seen in rickets. White line of Frenkel at metaphysis is seen in scurvy. I've included an image-based question from this at the end of the video. Bachelor's cast is used in developmental dysplasia of hip. Gait seen in patients with bilateral CDH. Duck waddling gait. And this is a video of duck waddling gait seen in bilateral congenital dysplasia of hip. First carpal bone to ossify. Capitate. And last carpal bone to ossify. Pisiform. These two questions are very frequently asked in all entrance exams. So the first carpal bone to ossify is capitate and the last carpal bone to ossify is pisiform. Now coming to a few image-based questions. First, an image of Kite's angle or talocalcaneal angle. On the left, you can see the normal value, which is 25 to 50 degrees. And if it's less than 25 degrees, it is most probably CTEV. This is an image of Dennis Brown splint used in the management of CTEV by Ponsati's technique. Now coming to the characteristic image of gunstock deformity, which is seen in supracondylar fracture humerus. An image of Milwaukee's brace used for correction of scoliosis. Image-based question from skin traction. The maximum weight allowed for skin traction is 4 to 5 kg. Windswept deformity seen in rickets. And lastly, the white line of Frenkel, which is seen in scurvy at metaphysis. So thank you everyone. I've included 35 high yield points from the topic pediatric orthopedics. Also many of the frequently asked image-based questions from this topic. You can click on the link above to go through orthopedics part 1 and part 2, where I've covered the topics sports medicine and bone tumors. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such content.